May profits be upon you. How are you doing, my favorite viewers? They're my viewers, so of course you're my favorite, right? We're going to look at Euro USD. Euro USD. If you have not checked out my weekly outlook of the individual currency futures, do check that video out. I'll leave a link at the end of this video so that you can check it out. All right. Let's take a look at the RT money meter. The RT money meter tracks the rate of change of each individual currency future over a 15-week period. And I update this every week. This week, the USD is ranked 5.44. Last week, it was at 6.89. We see a decline, a slight decline to the downside. Doesn't mean that the bullish uptrend on the USD is over. No, do not think that. If it's doing this, all right, it's on an uptrend, but we're at this part, the correction. That's all. That's all it is. We're correcting. And I think soon enough, we will see price resume that strong bullish trend. And this is not going away. I don't know why. Let's try it this way. Okay, very good. Now, let's take a look at the euro. The euro went from ranking at number 4 at minus 619. This week, we're at minus 548. A slight, watch this now. It's been bearish, right? Has been bearish. And we're on the correction. That's all. All right. The numbers got a little stronger because we're in correction. All right. And we're actually doing this kind of number right now. And we'll see that very shortly. All right. So I like to put the strongest against the weakest. This is one of the weaker ones, but it's kind of pulling up, and this one is pulling down. This isn't a great time, the greatest situation, because what you want is the strongest one who's trending up against the weakest one who is actually trending down. That's where you have the highest probability for good, solid trades. Okay, let's look at the Euro USD. If we just take a look at the monthly, all right, let's do this from the top down. What we can see is that it's been very bearish over a long period of time, all right? And we see we had a small correction here and then more bearishness. I mean, it's that simple. We broke a key level of support here, all right? This was a very key level, all right? And as long as we're trading under that, I'm just going to be looking for more sells. Even when it starts to pull back in correction, I'm going to, I know that the sells are the higher probability trades because it is pro trend. It is along with the trend. All right. Let's look at the weekly time frame. All right. We can see lower lows, lower highs all the way down. Right. All right. That's what these green dots are for. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Boom. All right. We got a big red arrow there saying this is very bearish. We're under the this major breakout level. Easy to read. We go to the daily. This is where things get clearer. The PA. All right. You can see the swing low to swing high, daily swing low and swing high. Right. And we have broken structure to the downside. What happens after you break structure? You look for a pullback. You look for a return to impulse, a correction, and we are correcting. We are correcting. We got past this little zone of supply, moving up, and but we are overall bearish. But this break of this internal high here can put you can. It's obvious that there's bullishness that the buyers have come in here. All right. And we moved essentially sideways for the last several days. All right. The last several trading days. And it's kind of been what do you call neutral, bearish neutral, kind of. Okay, let's look at the 4 hour. This is where we get down to business. All right, before I give you the final analysis on this, I want you to see this COT report here. The COT report, as of the 26th of July, we see that the big banks are 55% short. They're 55% short. All right, and they've added 2,166 long positions, and they've also added 1,005 short positions. All right, now this is kind of mixed, isn't it? And you can see that's reflected in the structure. Okay, the clarity comes where you look at what they did last week on last week's report. They were closing long positions, over 1,000 long positions, and they added over 16,000 short positions. All right, now they added some longs, but they also added half as much shorts. But look at how many short positions they added. All right, and they were already majority short last week. So I think they favor short positions. Now, I also favor short positions. All right, not just based on the COT report, that's for sure. But look at the structure. All right, we have a break of structure to the downside, major structure. And as long as we're trading below this major breakout level, I'm going to still look for shorts. All right, we are in correction right now, and this correction is turning complex, isn't it? So we're looking for a breakout of this range. All right, now I want you to also notice the internal highs and lows here. All right, we had a bearish break of an internal low here. All right, and you see the break of structure to the upside. All right, I like to see that. Now, what happens after a break of structure? You see a return to impulse. The impulse came right here. All right, and you see the respect of that low, and price went up and broke structure again to the upside. All right, a bullish break of internal structure. All right, that should say eyeballs. I don't know why it says BOS, but that should be our eyeballs to the upside there. Okay, all right, so after a break of structure, what do you look for? A return to impulse, and that's exactly what happened. Where was that impulsing order block? Here. All right, and price respected that low and came up again, looking bullish to the upside. What do I expect? What am I expecting? We're in this range. Do I want to take buys? I think taking buys is dangerous, to be honest with you. All right, that would mean you're counting on US dollar weakness. In a recession with record high inflation, the US dollar is the safe haven. So I don't expect a risk on environment to last. I believe this is short term. Where you saw the rally by the markets last week, I think that is going to be short lived. We may have a little more upside going, and then we're going to see that rounding over. I'm thinking we're going to see that with the EURUSD. I'm not in favor of taking buys here, especially in the middle of a range. What you want to watch, what you want to do, and what I'm going to do. Why did that do that? Why did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's get this. Thank you. Now let's get that. That's all I wanted to do. All right, so what I want to watch is, let me use this instead. All right, what I want to watch is a breakout. All right, if price takes this high out, which would mean it violates this supply, then I'm looking for price to come back to the demand that's left behind. All right, and take a trade from there. That's when I'll look for longs. Once this is broken with a close, a body candle break and close above the high of this supply. I need to see supply fail in order to take buys. I do not want to take buys into supply. That is stupid. All right. Putting it plainly. Now, if we see a respect of these highs, or at least this high, if we see price come up here, maybe it gives a wick, but the body closes below this line. Hey, man, I'm going to be looking for confirmations on the 15-minute. And you know what kind of confirmations I'm going to be looking for? I'm looking for a push, a pullback, a push higher, a break of this low, that market structure, and a return to impulse. This is where I will take a high probability trade to the downside. It's that simple, folks. All right. So I'm looking here. I'm looking to see what price does. You have to be patient. Let it develop. We're coming to the top of this range. I need to see bona fide rejection up here. This isn't doing it for me. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather do this. So what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for up here is a push higher, a pullback, a higher high, a break of market structure to the downside that demonstrates that price wants to go down, and a pullback, a return to impulse to the zone of supply up there for a high probability trade to the downside. That's what I'm looking for. All right. If we violate with a break and close above this this supply, then buy as it is. We'll probably fill this zone up here. All right. And what it's just going to be assumed is price wants to have a deeper pullback. Okay. That's all. All right. The swing high is pretty high. All right. But on the 4-hour, the swing high is here. So as long as we're under this, I'm not looking for, I'm not thinking price is going to continue higher. All right. I don't see that fundamentally supported. Okay. How do I get rid of this? Shoot. I'm driving myself crazy with this mess. Okay. Folks, I got some technical issues going on here, apparently. All right. I guess I'm not going to get rid of it. All right. I'm being dominated right now. Excuse me. What is that about? Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for shorts. I'm really looking for shorts because it's a pro trend trade to look for. And if I'm going to take longs, I need to see confirmation that we are going up. Got to break this first. All right. I'm looking for my setup to take to take sells. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took notes. I hope you make a lot of good profits next week. Look for my weekly outlook video where I do analysis on the currency futures individually. All right. I'll leave that on your screen right now, and I will see you in the next video.